we're back.
Hello?
Man, I can't talk tonight. Pardon me. Welcome to the THF Extra Point, episode 18. We're talking to the NFL Divisional Round winners, losers, and of course the refs. What's up, guys? How are y'all doing today?
It's fucking cold.
It is.
Yeah, what's your temp there? You're in Rhode Island.
No, I'm not in Rhode Island. I am in Portland, Maine.
Oh, you're in Maine right now.
For
Okay.
work. It is a warm and toasty 20 degrees at the moment, but low temperature tonight of 11 with a feel like of -1. So
39.
yesterday morning when I woke up to take my dog out, and my dog has no hesitation whatsoever, it was -5.
-5. Okay.
-5. Yeah.
Damn.
So heat wave today compared to that, but still, it's chilly.
Well, I saw Arrow Dark in the Discord. Of course, he's in Minnesota. He was like a -11 the other day with a high of like +11. So he's got you beat a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa's in Chicago too. She gets the shit's 11 degrees, -14 feels like. Chicago's gonna be cold as shit right now too.
Yeah, well, Chicago's always damn cold this time of year because of the damn wind. That wind chill is a beast up there in that area. I think,
cold when you have to warm you up, you know.
Pretty sure we had like a high of 50 something today, so it's not too bad right now. Our cold snap is about over with.
It's 39 for me right now.
Yeah, it says 38 on my watch. So besides that, let's talk some football. What you guys think about those games this weekend?
I am severely upset at both of the games. I don't know.
Dude, Mark Andrews is getting way too much hate.
Dude,
He really deserves it.
Hashtags.
He does not deserve it. He does not deserve it at all.
He dropped multiple passes that were wide open.
Yeah, but he barely dropped any passes all season. He only had one fumble, and this was the first fumble he's had all season. Obviously, it came in at the worst possible time.
Exactly. That's
where the hate's coming from. It's not the body of work.
Baltimore was calling for his head. It's like, dude, it sucks. But Lamar Jackson turned the ball over. What can you do?
That's like, don't get me wrong.
On one person.
Yeah, you can't just blame Mark Andrews. Like, Lamar Jackson did not have his normal badass game. He had what? Because I don't have the stats in front of me. It was like 20 yards rushing or some shit. And I know he was under 300 yards passing, and he did throw an interception.
Yeah.
So, like, he didn't have that great of a game.
Let's be honest, though, that's a catch
Mark
that
Andrews
9 times out of 10,
yeah,
Mark Andrews catches.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's getting the hate. A lot of people fucked up. But the timing of it, with who it was, bro, it's Mark Andrews. You of all people, Kato, you are the second best tight end in the league by, normal.
Yeah, he should have caught it. Don't get me wrong. Like, he absolutely should have caught it. But at the same time, like, the hate he's getting, it's like he's still an elite tight end. You know what I mean?
The hashtags were crazy. Like, they were using some very interesting word choices.
Yeah.
Like what? I guess I don't. I haven't seen what you're talking about.
I can't say it on stream.
I was gonna say there's a trending one that was hashtag rape Mark Andrews.
Yeah,
which is fucking crazy.
The one I put in the Discord. I was like, bro, what the? And there was videos of people being like, "Yo, was that Mark Andrews?" Buckle.
Kick his ass! Kick his ass!
Dude, that's crazy. But I mean, that's Baltimore for you, right?
Dude, that's
crazy. That's a crazy city.
That's all NFL fans. I mean, there's Troy Aikman, after he won his 2 Super Bowls, that next season where he lost, he talked about how he was getting shit. He would drive down the road and people would throw things at his car because he lost. Like, I'm sorry I lost this season. I just won y'all a couple Super Bowls, but sure, throw drinks at my fucking windshield as I'm driving down the road. Sorry.
That's crazy, bro.
It's NFL fans, man. They are your best friends until you suck, and then fuck you, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty awful. I don't know. I couldn't attack somebody like that, but I mean, it really was just a crazy way to lose that game. I mean, you're about to tie up the game, and get a chance to go to the freaking AFC conference final, and your boy's wide the F open and bobbles and drops the ball. Probably his number one target, most reliable target over the last 3 years combined. Like easy catch, tie ball game. We're going to overtime. I was speechless.
Yeah.
I really.
Well, so pause. That wasn't overtime right there because Josh Allen still had like a minute 45.
Was there that much time left?
It was at least a minute and a half. It was at least 90 seconds. I'm pretty sure it was a minute 45.
Yeah, because you're right because
they had to run a couple plays to run the clock down. Yeah, so
because Baltimore still had a timeout, so they had to run an actual play.
So I love that argument where they tie it up, they're going to overtime. It's Josh Allen at home. He's pounding that ball down the field. They're going to get in field goal range for sure. And now the question is whether Tyler Bass hits it because he missed a bunch of them last season in the playoffs. But that argument.
That's a good point. I never really thought about that. That's a really good point.
Like, for example,
another game that I watched that I thought I called perfectly. I thought they were going to kick the field goal. It was going to be good. Josh Allen was going to go down the field trying to push to get the field goal, throw an interception, Baltimore return it for a touchdown. That's what I thought. I was like, dude, I called it. Josh Allen's going to lose it on his arm.
Yeah, not quite.
Like I said. Nope.
Mark Andrews has it bounce off his fucking letters instead.
Exactly.
Right off the numbers.
Come on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But, yeah. Tough go.
That is a good point, though. I really didn't think about the fact that they had so much time left.
Yeah.
All I was thinking about was the fact that should have been tie ball game.
Yeah.
Do you think that they just trust Josh Allen to drive the field there? Or do you think they just think?
Yeah, he was cooking all game.
Yeah, he was cooking pretty good.
And again, all he has to do is get down to field goal range.
Right.
A quarterback like Allen having the year he has, and I say quarterback like Allen because Lamar Jackson's the same way. A quarterback who can chunk that ball down the field with accuracy but still run it. Someone like that who can run and pass, you put it on their shoulders 100% of the time in that situation. There's no way, like, Cook's a good guy. He's a great running back. You don't put it in Cook's legs in that situation. You put it on Allen's legs. He's your go-to guy in every running play or passing play when you have that little time left.
Yeah, Cook is probably relegated to a blocker at that point.
Yep.
For that drive, for that quick minute and a half drive. Yeah, that's a really good point. I really didn't even think about that. Maybe we are being a little too hard on old Mark Andrews, because the game was probably lost either way.
I haven't really shit talked him that much, so I think
not necessarily
fair enough for me. But I do still think he lost that game for him.
Yeah.
A lot of other things could have happened too, but
yeah,
that was one of the last things that happened that really lost the game for him.
Well, and to be fair, just like and we'll get to the Chiefs and Houston in a little bit here, but one or two plays does not make a game outcome, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It can. In a close game like that, in a close game like that, it's hyper focused. Like the Tampa Bay Washington game,
one play or two plays.
Like the Tampa Bay Washington game in the wild card, it came down to it was you could look at two plays that probably affected the outcome of the game, but at the same time, that's just football. Like the majority of these games are won or lost by one possession.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you could always look at that and say, well, Tampa Bay should have done better at this then. Or
Baker
they should have
fumbled the ball.
Or this should have. Like, it sounds like there is always going to be plays in every game that I think could have changed it. But when it comes down to it's football, and then the entire match is what matters altogether.
Yeah. And a better way to look at it is, maybe it comes down to one possession, but not necessarily one play. Because you never know what's going to happen when you reverse whatever happens on one play. Like taking the Chiefs in the Houston game, obviously there were some questionable calls, but did that necessarily deter Chiefs from going forward and scoring or whatever? maybe they would have
in
anyway.
those situations, I feel like one of the best ways I've ever heard it put was by Dana White. Dana White in the UFC, there's a lot of fighters that were complaining about the refs that would, at the end of the fights, I think I won this round, and they told me I lost. This is bullshit. I should have won, blah, 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 blah. And Dana White said, well, you know what? Don't let it go to the refs then. And it's kind of the same way here. You know what? 1 or 2 plays could change a game. But you should be a team where 1 or 2 plays doesn't change the game. If you don't want to have the chance that one catch by Mark Andrews lost the game for y'all, well, Baltimore, you should have put up 40 fucking points then. But you didn't. You left it to chance that 1 or 2 plays could affect the entire outcome of the game.
So let's just get into it.
You don't want that to happen? Don't let it.
Was Houston a little too salty, or are they justified in the way that they handled themselves in the press conference after that KC game? Because there was a lot of Houston players out there.
A young team.
I'll let you comment. This is your news team.
You're right. That's all I want to say. A young team, young kids don't understand yet.
I mean,
it was the coach too, though.
But you need to you just handle yourself as class.
I mean, it's fresh off of what just happened. You know, they asked him that right after the loss, so it's like fresh in your minds. The worst time to ask people questions is right after a loss in the playoffs. You know, and as far as like CJ Stroud goes, he was pretty tame with it. I didn't see the coaches. I saw some of the other players. It's just one of those things where it's like, out of all teams, it being the Chiefs and having that happen, you know, throughout the season, the playoffs multiple times, like I kind of agree with them. Maybe they should have held back a little bit more some of the stuff that they were saying, but like I get it, because I think that was like the most watched game of the Chiefs ever was that game right there in the playoffs. So everybody saw that. Like the views were crazy on that game. So I don't know, man. It wasn't like there was just you know, a couple calls that weren't in their favor, and you know, it didn't make a difference. Like it made a difference on the game. It impacted the game. One of the first drives, they were on 3rd down, and Patrick Mahomes missed it, you know, by a mile. I think he was throwing to Kelce. He missed him by a mile, and they were like down. They were like 3rd and 16, and there comes that penalty flag. And where does that penalty flag lead them? To the touchdown. You know, I personally, I'm not someone that's gonna be like, you know, we would have won if we didn't have the flags. We still would have lost. We weren't there all the way for that game, but it is annoying to see that happen. So I get it, but we weren't going to win either way, even without those flags. Even if it was just by a little bit, by a field goal, they still would have been able to beat us there. So we weren't able to produce on offense at all that game. So
I hope everyone's coming
to see.
You know, I hope everyone's coming around to my bracket. The truth.
I still think they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl.
You know who was on point on offense in that game was one Travis Kelce, who apparently Houston forgot played for the Chiefs. I don't know.
I've never understood this. I don't understand. It's not like he's a rookie. All right, it's been years now. It's like, why do they leave him open? Double him. I don't fucking care.
It seemed like every time he caught the ball, there was nobody around him at all. It was insane. If you want to call the NFL fixed, you better blame it on the Texans too, because there's no excuse for leaving Travis Kelce that wide open throughout that game.
Listen, I know what it is.
It's not easy, bro.
It's a pretty obvious situation. Okay, what it is the Houston Texans defensive coordinator. He actually had money on the over on Kansas City's point line, so he went ahead and just decided, you know what, guys, listen.
Let's not talk about the safety at the end of the game. That definitely didn't fuck up the line or anything like that.
Travis Kelce all game. You know what that means? All game, Terry said, "Where's Travis?"
I knew for a fact that safety was going to ruffle some feathers, bro, because like I was like, there's no way that didn't mess up some lines for sure.
I've been telling you guys for years, ever since sports betting has been a thing, the Chiefs are notorious for it. They're fucking with the lines.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, and the thing is you had talked about it before, and it was that game that famous game with Patrick Mahomes where it really pushed me to the line where I was like, yeah,
I think
dude,
against the Browns,
Chiefs,
right? With
the
the
Chiefs are fucking doing it. Yeah, when they were going to hit their over on the points if Patrick Mahomes had ran in that touchdown and he slid down onto the ground like the 1 yard line instead, then they kneeled the ball and ended the game and they didn't go over on the points. Bro, he's all like, what? Why would I go in for the touchdown? I wanted to end the game. Nah, no one does that. No one does that.
It's been done several times before.
In that situation, Patrick Mahomes runs that in. They take the extra point, and then they kick it off like 10 seconds left in the game because they've been shutting the other team down all game. But either way, years ago that we've already talked about like 8 times. At that point, I was like, yeah, dude, it's fixed. Patrick Mahomes, he wants that shit.
The funny thing
He's
is
got his wife betting on him.
That really has come up like 5 times this year.
all the time.
It's always going to. It was the most blatant one that made everybody like, whoa, hold up there, bro. What are you doing? Patrick Mahomes was Mr. I want to score 40 points a game. Slides down on the 1 yard line. What?
Where is my?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like since people ask like, well, why would they rig it for the Chiefs? You know, I feel like the answer to that is look at the views. Why would the Texans and Chiefs game be the highest viewed Chiefs game ever?
Was it? I haven't seen like anybody else
There's
saying
people
that's
watching.
It's like the recent Dynasty Pats where everyone's watching just out of spite. They're not watching
against them.
Yeah, exactly. They're watching because they wanted the Patriots to lose.
They watch because they want to see them lose.
Like everyone's watching to see the Chiefs lose, which they're not going to fucking lose, guys.
That's a Swiftie army, bro. Yeah,
I'll tell you right now, I watched it, but only because it was the only football game on.
I watch it because I have an abusive relationship with professional football where no matter what I do, I just can't look away. I have to watch it. So, yeah.
See, there we go.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's not joking. Holy shit.
No, I mean her profile pic is Taylor Swift.
Maddie, what era are you in right now?
TS is
Taylor Swift. And why does it speak now, Taylor's version?
Just started watching football like a year ago.
All of them is a lazy answer. Come on, get real.
Yeah, she started watching them like a year ago. You know, she just tuned in for it.
I saw Taylor Swift at the Chiefs game, and I thought I would just watch him every now and then.
Listen, all I know about football is Travis Kelce is an amazing guy. Okay,
instant Chiefs man, right there. You know what I'm saying? Instant. So, here is.
Okay, I'll allow it. I'm always in forever. Speak now, Taylor's version. I'll never not be. Sorry.
Bro, her music sounds like
version is a fucking banger. Okay, look it up. Watch. Just listen to it.
Music sounds like coleslaw, bro.
What is that? I don't even know what that means.
Oh, it's bland and boring. Okay, dude. All right.
Sorry, I didn't know you were such a big Taylor Swift fan.
He's a Swiftie.
He is.
Freaking Ray. He's a freaking Swiftie.
Ray's a Swiftie. We got.
Listen, I was a Swiftie before Swiftie was a thing. I was a Swiftie when she was on tour with Kenny Chesney. All right. Back in the day.
Back when she was like 18, hopefully.
It doesn't matter, you know.
She so is from the Hot Bandits. I think it's Bucky Jaw.
Yeah,
I think
Bucky
he's a big Swiftie
he
too.
laughed about being a Swiftie. I think Dabs said he's a Swiftie too.
Dabs is a Swiftie. Yep, confirmed.
Dabs is okay. Yeah, I knew there were a few more amongst the community that were.
What I don't understand is
that were male Swifties.
Maddie a couple times has talked about how big Taylor Swift's ass is. And I've laughed so hard.
What?
Like,
yeah,
bro,
I mean,
she literally looks like she takes a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, there are some things that aren't true, but that's okay.
Like,
that's top tier glazing right there.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna get too far off track. We're not gonna be able to wrangle this in.
She got drywall in her pants, is what she's got, dude.
So
flat and white.
Just a refresher. Here's how we got there. How about that Washington-Detroit game? Because that's That's probably where our focus needs to be right there.
Good God.
Crazy.
Dude.
First of
I
all,
really
that was
feel bad for the Lions fans, dude. I feel
Dude.
bad because, in my opinion, I think the Detroit Lions had one of the best teams in a long fucking time in the playoffs, and one of the best offenses. Like, their offense is crazy, and then Washington goes out there and beats them. It wasn't even close, dude. Like, I thought that they would put up a fight, but
yeah,
dude, it's insane, and it makes you think, like, is Washington that good, and is Jaden Daniels that unstoppable right now, or did Detroit just fumble the bag so hard?
No, like, I just want to point one thing out, because, you know, I had talked about this earlier in the week on my stream a couple times, and I don't know, somebody posted it in the Discord too, but, like, legitimately, Jaden Daniels, I had said earlier in the season, like, I think week 1 or so, that I didn't think Jaden Daniels was going to be that great. And then week 2 or 3, I took it back and was like,
I was gonna say
that was him. I took that back quick.
Like milk.
And then all the rest of the season, I was talking about it. And I'm sorry, but he is. Jaden Daniels, man, he is done in his second week. 299 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, with 16 rushes for 51 yards. The dude was rushing, he was passing, he wasn't throwing interceptions, he was making smart plays, smart decision making. And this is his second playoff game in his rookie year. And so on top of all that, as a Cowboys fan, I hate to be the one to fucking point this out, but Jaden Daniels in his rookie year has done what no Dallas Cowboy quarterback has done since Troy Aikman. Won 2 playoff games in a single year.
Well, he has the same amount of playoff
pretty crazy
already.
Yep, it's like he's got the same amount of wins as Dak in his entire career. But that's on top of that.
I have to say,
Troy Aikman, not Dak Prescott, not a single Dallas Cowboys quarterback since our Super Bowl has won 2 playoff games in a row.
I have to say, you guys, the Cowboys are competing for 3rd place in the division right now.
Oh, 100% we are.
Like,
next year we might be 4th if we don't get our shit together, dude.
Let's not get too crazy.
Depending on how the draft goes.
Yeah, again. If Shedeur goes to New York and actually connects with Malik Neighbors, like a lot of people are thinking, a lot of prospects are saying he's going to do. It's a rough look for Dallas, man. Like, and
what are we
let's be honest, barring a catastrophic loss by Philly this weekend, like I'm talking catastrophic, like blown out. If it's a tight game and they lose by a field goal, it happens. You know what I mean? But if they're making mistakes and they lose by a touchdown or 2, they're going to run it back next season. They are, in my opinion, even though they're dysfunctional and they can be shit and not everybody gets along, they are by and large the most filled out team. Everything top to bottom, special teams, defensive line, defense, offensive line, running back. Elite running back. Their wide receivers are really good. Their quarterback is good if he can actually be on the same page as his teammates. Man, they're in good shape, and they're not going anywhere, barring a catastrophic loss. Now, if they get blown out this weekend and blow the place up, then that's a different story. But as of right now, Eagles look good. The Commanders are obviously really good, and who knows? The Giants might get better. I just don't know what's going to happen with the Cowboys, man.
That's
the Giants are kind of in disarray. I mean, obviously the Cowboys had a lot against them this year with the injury bug. I mean, and the Giants still weren't even anywhere close. I don't think their draft is going to catch them up that quick, considering how improved, even if the Cowboys don't do anything in the offseason, they should do better than what they did this year just because they won't have the injuries that they had.
To the Giants, that'd be so funny.
But
that's my thing is, best
7 year just
what are we gonna
come
draft
on,
another
don't be
offensive
ridiculous. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to the Giants, and even
that'd be really fucking funny if he did. I think you should do the Favre and go to Minnesota.
I'm sorry, no.
Bro.
I want Aaron Rodgers to go to the Giants. Because
it would be so fucking funny.
We would get to be 3rd in the NFC.
They better not, dude.
Come on.
He would go to the Giants and suck it up like he did with the Jets, man. Come on. and then we'd have an easy time fighting for third.
Then the Jets head coach would be changed.
Yeah,
Their
Dave
offensive
Ball's
coordinator
not
would be
going
changed.
anywhere.
Hey,
Their wide receiver.
breaking news: Aaron Rodgers is traded to the Giants days before Robert Saleh gets hired as the new head coach in New York.
Devontae Adams is the new Giants wide receiver too.
Yeah.
They say that Saleh is going back to San Francisco.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably going to go. I was hoping the Patriots were going to pick him up, but no,
like
he's going to go hang out with Shanahan again.
Yep.
It's a smart move.
Might as well.
That's a team, man. You want to jump on. It's a young team and it's a strong team. You want to jump on that. You can't when you can.
Yeah.
Same with
And
Washington,
anyway,
dude, on offense. If they get any crazy wide receiver next year, dude, people are going to be looking at their offense to join, bro.
Yeah.
See, a lot of speculation, which is obviously it's a stretch, but I've seen speculation about Hill already, Brown.
Yeah, I saw that
all
too.
these people.
Tyreek Hill let on in a couple of things that he said he
T.
let on that
Higgins.
he wanted to go to Washington.
Yeah, T. Higgins. I doubt he would leave Bengals. That would be crazy, but it's a possibility.
I think he's going to end up leaving.
I think
don't
he's
think they're
going
gonna
to
pay
leave. They're going to do what they did again. They franchised him.
They're going to franchise him and then trade him.
They'll franchise him. Yeah, that's what's going to end up happening.
Hopefully to the Patriots. That'd be great.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Washington, they signed a lot of free agents over the last year. Hell, they took like 10 players from the Cowboys. So I don't know what their salary cap
and their defensive coordinator,
but they they're probably not going to be able to sign the field. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to have to be selective.
They're not going to have great draft picks either, but.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously. So they're going to have to be. I wouldn't expect Washington to be able to, mount significant changes in the offseason.
The only reason why I think the biggest change that Washington could do, that would be a realistic change in my opinion, would be Tyreek Hill, because Tyreek Hill is getting up there. He wants his chance. Obviously, he's made it very clear that the chance at a championship is what's important to him. Yeah. And that's why he's wanting to leave. He wants a championship.
Yeah, they can grab somebody.
He's verbalized in the past that he doesn't intend to play for a long time. He wants to get a championship and retire, because the CT which is ironic that his quarterback has a scrambled brain.
And so look at it as what happens if Tyreek says, you know what, Washington made me an offer that's kind of low because they're a little broke right now, but I think I'll accept that because it's a better chance of me going to a championship game than signing with the Bengals or who keep fumbling, or the Cowboys or something like that, who might be able to make him a better offer. Maybe he'll go to Washington because they have a damn good offense. And if he's willing to take a bit of a pay cut, they could have a real chance of going to a Super Bowl.
I think he's trying to win a Super Bowl, though, Ray. I don't know about the Patriots.
I mean, they have a real coach now, at least.
The Broncos.
We don't have a coach right now, so
Patriots have a real coach. They have Drake May, who is him.
To Broncos, man. Bo Nix better Bo leave and Bo Hill. I was trying to think of it. Bo Reek.
Stop.
That's what they'll be called, Bo Reek.
Stop.
I'm seriously hoping that I'm rooting for the Commanders this weekend, because I want dysfunction in Philly for a different reason than you guys do. Listen, for a different reason than you guys do. You guys just hate Philly. I want dysfunction in Philly, so that AJ Brown demands a trade and comes back home to hang out with Mike Vrabel on the Patriots.
Ooh. Because
if they pay, let's be honest, nobody's coming to New England as a free agent. Even it's happened twice now with Ayuk. Actually, it's happened more than twice with D-Hop, with Brandon Ayuk, and with who's the one that went to Tennessee that was completely irrelevant. Good thing, Calvin Ridley. They just use the Patriots as leverage, right? So if
nobody actually wants to go there,
right? So, but if a player gets traded, they have to. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he wants to shoot his way out of town. Patriots trade their second round pick to, because let's be honest, they don't know how to draft a wide receiver for their life. Trade their second round pick to Philly and bring AJ Brown in, and he and Drake May will have they'll be the next Brady and Moss and tear up the league.
Someone's puppy's getting petted right now.
Yeah, he's.
You hear that's the tail?
Yep.
All right, we
You hear that tail like whack, 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 whack.
Before we move on to the conference final championship, we still got it. We do have one more game. We got the Rams and the Philly game.
We already discussed that game.
Which, man, I'm bummed out. I was hoping for the Rams.
Dude, I mean, obviously my nightmare was having a Washington Philly championship. So you better believe after Detroit got, and I honestly think it wasn't that. I think Detroit, they were towards the end of that game. Detroit was only one stop away from turning that game around, but they just could not do it. No. They couldn't do it. Jaden Daniels just kept driving. And it was so close many times. And I almost felt that same way with the Philly and Rams. I really thought, the Rams weren't that far off from turning that game around too. And then
it was really close to that game.
It was a close game. They came back at the end there, but didn't.
Yeah, and it was even in the
fourth quarter. It looked like they were going to win. And then,
I mean, Saquon Barkley all over the place with, that kind of made things more difficult.
Jalen Hurts' arm didn't show up, but Saquon Barkley's legs and Jalen Hurts' legs showed up. But 275 yards and 3 touchdowns in rushing between the two of them. Yep. But 128 yards passing, no touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. They didn't pass it. His arm didn't show up. It looked like he could have been wearing 2 casts out there on his arms.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, Saquon Barkley didn't do all that much in this game either, did he?
He had 2 touchdowns for 60-plus yards.
Yeah, no, it was Saquon Barkley, 26 carries, 205 yards.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, the 2 long rushes. So, like, dude, in rushing,
Barkley's all over the place, bro.
Yeah, everybody's legs showed up. Jalen Hurts, 7 rushes, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Like, everyone showed up.
I mixed him up with Derrick Henry. I was thinking Derrick Henry. Yeah. Derrick Henry was the one that would really surprised me by how little he did this week.
Even Kenneth Gainwell had 1 rush, just 1 rush, but he still went for 10 yards. 10-yard average on the game in rushing for Kenneth Gainwell.
Well, it hurts almost ran for as much as he threw.
That's what I'm saying, dude. His arms weren't there. His arms apparently were left on the bus or something. Maybe he forgot them in luggage. Who knows? But
and he still did 15 out of 20, so it's not like he had a horrible completion percentage or anything.
2 yards, 3 yards, 5 yards.
Yeah, little dink and dunk, just enough. It was an interesting game to say the least. It was probably the one that I watched the least of. That and the KC game, which was the first game of the week. So both of those games were kind of low on my radar. Which a lot of people, I guess there's a lot of people that are dreading the KC Philadelphia Super Bowl.
It's not going to happen. It's going to be Buffalo versus Washington. Washington's going to end up beating Philadelphia. Buffalo's going to beat Kansas City.
It's not, unfortunately.
I think the worst case scenario it'll end up being Washington versus Kansas City, and it'll be the story that the NFL wanted to push of the young rookie against the wily veteran going for his 3rd Super Bowl in a row.
The sooner you come to terms with it, the easier it'll be.
The KC finish?
Yep.
3-peat?
Yep.
I don't believe it.
There's not a damn thing anybody can do about it.
Since the start of it, of the playoffs, I've said that the only 2 teams that were going to be able to beat Kansas City were either going to be Baltimore or Buffalo. I called Baltimore. Unfortunately, they lost, so now it's up to Buffalo. But I still think Buffalo can beat them too. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, the way they've been playing this year, have been insane.
I'd love to say that Detroit could have beat them too, but I mean, hell, Detroit lost to Washington.
No.
So
listen,
Detroit could have beat them too.
Yeah.
I just meant on the AFC side, stopping them from going to the Super Bowl whatsoever.
I know the field is much smaller now, but Josh Allen, the Bills are. Josh Allen is the last man that can beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs win on Sunday, it's over. It's over. They're winning the Super Bowl.
I don't think Jalen Hurts and Saquon are able to beat them, and I don't think Jaden Daniels is able to beat them.
No, they'll come close, but Jaden Daniels is going to get picked apart by that defense. That's unfortunately the nature of the beast.
And with him, I would worry too that being a rookie, he's been doing great so far.
And he still
in
has
the
to.
Super Bowl versus Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
in his first year, I think he'd crumble.
And how much is the old
He
Dan
still has to deal with the
Quinn
refs.
Super Bowl choke going to come to haunt him?
Well,
if Washington makes it to the Super Bowl, the last time Dan Quinn was the Super Bowl was that implosion against the Patriots.
Atlanta and the Patriots,
Yep. I remember. I'm quite familiar.
You remember that, Ray, right?
Yeah.
You remember that?
So the thing with that is a lot of the success that Dan Quinn and the Commanders have had is they, everyone talks about how the Lions they're madmen because they go for it on 4 all the time. Well, the Commanders have done it a lot too this season, and it's always a different discussion. It's Dan Quinn's genius for going for it, not they're madmen. So that's not going to happen against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. They're not going to convert all these 4th downs. It's not going to happen.
They were able to stop the Lions, dude. The Lions offense.
They stopped the Lions from doing it, but they still did it. But the Chiefs aren't going to be. The Chiefs will stop them from doing it.
The Chiefs will. The Chiefs, bro.
Look, it's just the way it is. You guys got to. You guys got to come to terms with it.
Even as a Cowboys fan, I've been saying I would love to see. I think I said it last week. I would love to see Jaden Daniels win the Super Bowl, just because of the rookie aspect. The rookie quarterback coming in there. If somebody has to win it, if it's going to be the Eagles, the Bills, the Chiefs, or the Commanders, I would love to see the Commanders win it because of the rookie aspect. Dude, he's a rookie quarterback coming in there winning the Super Bowl. Would be fucking nuts to see.
Wouldn't that be the first time ever?
I don't care if he's a freaking infant
sure.
playing. Is like the freaking brainchild of the world. I don't care if he plays for Washington or Philadelphia. I'm not freaking rooting for him.
Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is for me to root for the Bills? Do you know how hard it is? It's incredibly difficult, and I'm doing it. I have to do it. I do not want the Chiefs to win. Call me a hater, certified hater. It's the last thing I have from the Patriots is that they're one of the few teams to go back to back. If the Chiefs 3-peat, it's over. There's no more talk of the Patriots. They're basically erased. All right. So I will listen. I'll vote for the Bills. And you know what? I really want a Bills Commanders Super Bowl because I want to watch the Bills lose a 5th time. It would be so fucking funny. Again, I don't care who wins as long as Kansas City loses. All right.
But
I don't care.
You picked Kansas City to win.
Because listen, that doesn't mean I want them to. I'm just able to grasp reality.
He's being realistic. He's being a realist.
Like when I win pick'ems because I'm the only one to pick Kansas City to win.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna have one, but at what cost? You know what I mean? Like I'll be winning out of spite. Like
lose.
By the way, real fast for your question about that, and the answer is technically one rookie quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl, and it was Sean King with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1999 to 2000. But
was he a replacement?
That's what I was going to say. But he was a 3rd-string quarterback. The answer of starting quarterbacks, there has never been a starting rookie quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
In Washington, I think it was
has
like
a rookie ever started the game? I don't think a rookie's even started the Super Bowl.
The rookie has never even started in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. The closest it's came was the Sean King dude like that in the Super Bowl.
Look,
think about how crazy it would be. The Rams going the Commanders going from an absolute dumpster fire, having to be sold last season, to making a conference championship in legitimately one calendar year is crazy. It's wild.
I think if Washington wins the Super Bowl, you'll have a lot of Cowboys fans like boycotting Jerry Jones, trying to get him to sell the team.
Yeah.
It's like,
good, dude.
Like, come on.
This was.
He's going to be the new Dan Snyder.
Rightfully so.
The Eagles and the Commanders are both in the playoffs still, bro. What does that say?
Exactly, dude. I agree.
This is my nightmare. Nightmare.
If the Commanders win the NFC Championship game, this game against the Eagles, then Jaden Daniels will have the most wins by a rookie quarterback in NFL history since the Super Bowl era, and he'll become the first rookie quarterback ever to start in a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's crazy. I want to see it happen.
I
Not
think
only see the first rookie quarterback start, but also get a win. That's what I'm saying, dude. Don't get me wrong. I'm in no way a Commanders fan, and if they lose, I will still be happy.
Listen, I hate to
But
say
of
it,
all the
but
choices, I think that'd be the coolest to see.
I think the Commanders have a better chance to beat Philly than the Bills do to beat the Chiefs.
Hey, let's go. Q Swin, thank you so much for the
Hey,
raid.
Q.
Appreciate you, big dog.
Choo.
So look, I'm with you, Ray, to a certain extent, because I would love Seven. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal. I would love to see the Bills go 0-5 in the Super Bowl.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
I said that too.
It'd be so funny.
It would really warm my heart because they'd have beaten the Chiefs and lost themselves in the Super Bowl. It would have been so
my
funny.
reasoning
He
is
was
different
not
than
gonna
yours. My reasoning is different from yours, but my reasoning is personal experience. Every Bills fan, every Buffalo fan that I've ever met in person loves to dog on Dallas, whether it's the Dallas Stars for us winning our cup, or the Dallas Cowboys for beating them 2 times out of their four trips to the Super Bowl in a row where they lost all 4. Like, Buffalo fans hate Dallas, and so I can't help but root against them. So, like, it's a little different because I don't have that division rivalry. However, this year, for Buffalo to go 0-5, that means Philly or Washington has to win a Super Bowl. I'm not willing to do it. I'd rather see Buffalo finally break the skids and win their first Super Bowl than one of my division rivals hoist that freaking trophy. Not going to happen on my watch.
Well, luckily, neither of those things are going to happen because the Chiefs are going to win.
Nah, Buffalo's going to beat the Chiefs, and then Washington's going to beat Philly. They'll go to the Super Bowl. Washington will end up beating Buffalo. Buffalo will go 0-5 for the funniest story ever, and Washington will have the best story ever by the rookie.
Listen, I have never wanted to be wrong about something more in my life than I am wrong about this. Actually, I lied. I've never wanted an asteroid to strike the Earth more so. I've never wanted a nuclear winter. Like, the rapture, please rapture me.
I'm calling
me
it now. By the time the
I'm not
Super
wrong about
Bowl is
this.
over, okay?
The Chiefs are going to win the
Allen
Super Bowl.
will be
They're
on
going to
suicide watch. I'm saying it. He's gonna be done with it.
Frozen.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on watch, dude. He's gonna.
But the Chiefs are going to 3-point. They're going to 3-peat.
Dude, if the Chiefs don't win, the Mahomes might beat the shit out of one of the refs, dude. He might be after, hey, you listen, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Team holding them back and shit.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate reality, but again, the sooner you come to terms with it, the easier it'll be.
Look,
we're in the 5 stages of grief right now in the first.
Technically speaking, the Chiefs have been my default AFC team for a while now, long before they were even good. So I'm happy to see the Chiefs 3-peat. In fact, I'd love to see history being made. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it.
Bro,
I hate football so much. Just I'm gonna get that T-shirt just as I hate football. That's good. We're everywhere.
You want me to make you one? You can buy it from my merch shop.
Actually, it's a good. You should customize that.
I hate football.
You should send him a picture of your own face, Ray. Like really angry.
Just I hate football with the THF Extra Point logo on there.
Says, I hate football.
The irony here, I want to point out some irony here about your hate for the Chiefs right now. Here is the 15th year in a row that either the Chiefs or Tom Brady have been part of an AFC Championship game. Is this not ridiculous?
When was the last time somebody beat them?
Bro, since the Jets were in the playoffs in the championship game,
that's how bad. That's how long the streak is going on.
It was the Jets versus the Steelers.
The Steelers made it past the first round. That's insane too.
Yeah, that was the Mark Sanchez era right there.
You got to say it right, Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez, the Mr. Butt Fumble himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since 2011, the AFC Championship has contained either in 2018
or both.
2018 it was both.
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty crazy right there. That's some dominance. The NFC has not seen dominance like that. The NFC has been a whirlwind of different teams. Freaking, it seems like every year. The AFC, though, has been those two teams now for 15 years straight. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's football, baby.
That's football.
That is football. I got one last thing. Well, two more things I need to bring up. Here's our standing for the bracket challenge. We got the bracket challenge going on. These obviously conference and Super Bowl. Those are who each person has picked to win in that round. And then the wild card divisional, those are the points that were earned for a total score of. We got Markai and Reggie that are in. By the way, if Reggie's paying attention, happy birthday. It's his birthday today. But yeah, Markai and Reggie are on the top for now. But there's I think if I did my math correct, it basically comes down to Markai and Firestorm are the only two people that have a chance to win it.
Yep.
I think. Is that right?
We're the only two that have.
Detroit.
Yeah, we're the only two that have anybody left in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
in the Super Bowl running.
So obviously, if a different team wins it, then obviously, yeah. Well, no, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm gonna fry my brain trying to figure it out. But yeah, there's only a couple people that can win now because how many teams were eliminated because of Detroit losing.
Yeah,
that's so crazy. And Dabs had KC winning in the conference, but not in the Super Bowl. So he's still in the running, I guess, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Or at least he's in the running for top. Anyway, yeah. Go KC, right?
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Trick you.
If Kansas City wins, like, okay, so if it comes down to a classic KC game in the Super Bowl, say they make it to the Super Bowl, it's, fourth quarter, a minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. Nobody has any timeouts. Kansas City's down by 2. Patrick Mahomes has got the ball.
Yeah,
what you need to do is take your cam and set your cam up for a live reaction and then just watch the game.
No.
Just live react to them winning or losing that game.
At least record it.
Well, winning the game, if they win the game, I'll have to stream that on OnlyFans. If they lose the game, I'm going to be on Live League.
But
so
dude,
what the reaction to either scenario isn't allowed on Twitch. So
what's your OnlyFans link?
To be determined, but we'll get there.
Mine's onlyfans.com/giant hairy nipple.
Just one nipple?
Just one giant hairy nipple. The other one's normal and not.
I caught it. I caught that part.
Yeah, that's one giant hairy nipple.
Somehow, I think that's taken.
It is by me.
People want to see it.
But yeah, in the pick'ems with my friends, it's the same story. It's me versus someone who has Buffalo. So we'll know the winner by the end of the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the winner will be determined this week in ours as well. Or at least I think it will. I'm not sure. The last thing, obviously, is it looks like I've got a plan for the Super Bowl squares. I haven't quite figured it out completely yet, but we definitely will have some Super Bowl squares coming up. Look to the Discord for updates because I'll get that announced here probably this weekend, and we'll figure out how that's going to work. I haven't been streaming, so I haven't been advertising it. So we have a clean board at the moment, but enough people reacted to our poll in the Discord and it gave me confidence that it was worth running it again this year. So we'll get that going. We'll get that going here, and we'll have 3 weeks to try to get this board filled up, and hopefully get some people to win some V-Bucks or money, cash, whatever during the big game. So there we go. Hang on just a second. I think my dog needs to go out. Be right back.
What the hell is Lobster doing, man? Does she not understand what this is? This is a professional situation here. You need to get your producer to get that dog out.
Exactly. But yeah, I think it's going to be.
I hope you're listening, Lobster. Get your shit together.
I think it's going to be the Commanders and Bills personally in the Super Bowl. I think that's who it's going to end up being.
I hope so, but
Okay.
So that who wins, I don't know, but just the way that they've been playing.
All right.
I hope so, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
What, Buffalo?
Yeah.
I think Buffalo, I said it at least a couple times throughout the year, is I really did feel like Buffalo, Baltimore, and Detroit were the 3 best teams in the league. Obviously, 2 of those are out. So, it's up to Buffalo to prove that they're the best team in the league and to beat Kansas City, who's the 2-time reigning champion. That's what it comes down to. And obviously, that's what it's come down to, is Buffalo has to prove it. And
all I'm gonna say is,
I think if they win versus Kansas City, they definitely win the Super Bowl, regardless if it's Philly or Washington.
No, that's what I was gonna say. The one thing I would say about that is I think Buffalo is definitely gonna make it to the Super Bowl, but I also think that Washington's gonna win. I think it'll be a Washington Super Bowl this year.
I would hope so, but it's not going to happen.
Trust me, as a Cowboys fan, I never thought I'd say that. Ever. Never, ever. I've had years where I've said, oh, yeah, I think it's going to be a Philly Super Bowl. Because, in a realistic setting, if you're telling me who do I think is actually going to win, yeah, I'll bet on them, sure. If you're telling me who I hope would win, or who I would actually, dang, I'm hoping they win, hell no, of course I don't hope they win. Like I said, it would be cool to see Washington win because of the rookie situation and one not even starting ever, let alone winning. But, you take the options you have.
I'm with you, 7. That's a big yikes for me.
It's the season we've gotten. You know what I mean? I would have much rather did I pick these people to win. Hell no, I didn't pick Washington to go this far. I didn't pick the Eagles to go this far.
Janu, what's your prediction
on the Super Bowl?
For this next round and the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Commanders and Bills. That's who I honestly think it's going to be.
And
what?
Who do you think
who's going to win in that matchup?
Who's going to win? I think it's going to be the Commanders if they make it. Because if the Commanders make it, that means that they beat the Eagles. And depending on the matchup of that, if the Bills beat the Chiefs, I feel like it's going to be a close match. But if Washington beats the Eagles, I think it's going to be by a lot. I think the defense is there. And I think Jaden Daniels is hard to contain. They're up, super motivated right now, super hyped up. The Eagles, even though they beat the Rams still in the passing game, there's times where it looks really shitty. Jalen Hurts has been off all year on the passing, and Jaden Daniels is doing really good right now. So they're going to have to come on their A game for sure. The kicking game is great too. They're going to make field goals. They're going to score and they need to. The kickers are busting over there. And if they actually do that and make it to the Super Bowl, I think it would be crazy. I think they would actually win.
I just can't bet on a rookie quarterback. I think it eventually the pressure's got to get to him. There's gonna be a point where he's gonna make mistakes. I'm sorry, but you just don't go through an entire playoffs your first time through as a rookie. First of all, it's never been done, but you just don't do it. You don't go all the way. And so if he does managed to beat Philly, which I think there's a good chance. I really do think that Washington, it's a coin flip game for me. I really think I don't know how to pick this one. I think Washington has a very good chance to come out on top. But I think that's as far as it gets. I think Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels. Josh Allen wins this game.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's Josh Daniels. It's Josh Allen or it's Mahomes.
Josh Daniels.
It's Josh Daniels. Yeah.
so hard to
No,
predict. It's hard to predict because no one just like cleans the slate against the Lions. You know, no one just walks them down.
Yeah.
That's not something that
what's putting me
happens.
on the Commanders book also. That hasn't happened to the Lions all year. Playoffs or not, they're a team that's more experienced than that. They're not a young team that was just they messed up in the playoffs. They got beat by a young team.
I think the Lions have got some serious
They have
reflection to
Montgomery
do.
back.
Oh, they're cooked. They're never going to be at the same level again.
They are.
They've blown it 2 years in a row now.
They are literally the Cowboys last year.
They lost their excellent offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Campbell he's a loose cannon. That's what it can, like. I love Dan Campbell. He's a fucking lunatic, and it's awesome. But like Ben Johnson was really cooking there. All of their coaches are going elsewhere. The Terrell Owens, who he was just the line coach there, he came to the Patriots. He's the new defensive coordinator. I mean, and Jared Goff is a shell of himself.
I don't think he's a shell of himself. I think Jared Goff is exactly who Jared Goff has always been.
You're right. Like
this is why the Rams didn't have faith in continuing with him. Is he was a decent quarterback, but he wasn't the guy that was going to get him over the hump.
Yeah.
And I think like I made the joke, and I even created a meme about it that Detroit Jared Goff turned back into Rams Jared Goff because that's the guy he's always been. I'm
starting to feel the same way about Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert might be another guy that is still not exactly the guy that's going to get you over the hump. You know, there's a few of those guys around the league. Until they do it,
until he proves me wrong, I'm sorry, but Dak Prescott. One of the best damn regular season quarterbacks in the league, but he can't
Josh
get it
Allen,
in the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson. Those guys are in
Lamar
that same
Jackson.
exact
I hate to say it,
spot right now.
With you realize that with Lamar Jackson failing in the playoffs this year, this is yet another time. People are calling it, what do they say? It was some type of something Jackson syndrome or something like that. To be one of the best players in the NFL season after season after season after season, and then crumbling in the playoffs.
Yep.
Just not showing up at all in the playoffs.
I said it before in defense of Dak Prescott. Peyton Manning was that same guy. Every year he would get into the playoffs with a great year, great momentum, go a round or two, and then boom, run into Tom Brady's Patriots and lose. And they did that year after year after year after year until they finally broke through and won it. Right now, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, if you want to count him, like all these quarterbacks that have great regular seasons and do a round or two in the playoffs and then lose, they're all in that same bracket.
Yeah.
Until they win one, they have that moniker.
Joe Burrow is a really good example of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Joe Burrow has been out of the playoffs more than he's been in them, though.
Yep.
You know, they've got more problems than just that. You know, they got to get out of the gate faster.
What I am fiending for, like absolutely just salivating at the mouth for next season, and fingers crossed, I want to see Cincinnati versus Tampa, Burrow versus Mayfield. Choice. That would be a fucking awesome Super Bowl. I want it. I want it bad.
That's a lot of fandom wrapped up in that.
Yeah.
A little bit there.
It would be crazy. That would be wild.
Yeah.
That would be like the best football game you'll ever watch in your life.
That's like us last year wanting a Houston versus Dallas Super Bowl.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
I still want it.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Thy will be done.
Houston will definitely win that.
Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thy will be done.
Damn it, Bobby.
Hey, they dreamt it up all the way back then on King of the Hill, and ever since then I've wanted to see it happen. We've never been closer than we are right now.
Yo, by the way, Q tagged me in a tweet today. One of the Fortnite leakers said
King of the Hill is confirmed.
Coming to Fortnite.
Yep.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Never thought it would happen before a lot of other bigger shows, but it's awesome. It's
They got
awesome.
Family Guy, you know. It's like, come on, let's go. That will be probably the first skin I've bought in a long time if that happens. Because I'm
definitely buying it.
If they have a Bobby Hill skin, I'm 1,000% buying the Bobby Hill skin.
I've said for so long that I wanted King of the Hill in Fortnite, and I wanted Family Guy. And Family Guy was just in the battle pass. This is going to be in the item shop.
Yeah, like imagine Dale in his exterminator outfit and shit with spraying his thing like a axe, using his exterminator gun as an axe.
Man.
I swear, if Hank Hill ends up in Fortnite, I'll do an entire stream just in his voice.
Dude, if I get boxed in one punk by Peggy Hill, I'm gonna fucking uninstall the game.
Oh my god! Listen, all I know is, like I said,
if whatnots are showing.
If they actually have a Bobby Hill skin, I'm gonna have to buy it because I've never had an icon skin.
Right.
You get fucking 90s cranked on you by John Redcord. It's fucking over.
They can put all the characters.
I will take cash out of my pocket and throw it at my computer screen until they give it to me.
Yeah, like, take my credit card here.
Give it to me now.
But they're supposed to be. Oh shit! I just lost my train of thought. There was supposed to be something.
You thinking about my icon skin now?
No. Fuck! I totally lost it. Never mind.
God damn it, Poppy.
Yeah.
You good over there, buddy? Having a stroke?
I guess so.
Back on to football. Since Black was stroking out over there.
I swear, I had.
Yeah.
It's like one of those fleeting thoughts that comes in, goes right back out.
It's just called getting older.
Yeah, it might be. You know, I'm a grandpa now, you know?
For me, I don't call those fleeting thoughts either. I just call that when women talk.
No, for you, it's just because you're high.
Goes right in and right back out.
You smoke that thought out of your brain.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, boys, we ready to get out of here?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We got
roll.
Hey, quick, let's finish on this. What players are we targeting for Prize Picks, Underdog? Like, who are we looking at?
Terry McLaurin over on targets.
Terry.
For starters.
I like Scary Terry this week.
Travis Kelce over on yards.
Ooh, really? You think so?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You think the Bills are going to make the same mistakes the Texans did?
Everybody else does, so.
Khalil Shakir over receptions.
Okay.
And
I'd say Jaden Daniels over on passing yards is probably one of the only ones I would take.
Commanders over on field goals. I forget the kicker's name off the top of my head. But field goals on that game are probably going to be great. He's a backup kicker.
Oh, that's right. They got a backup right now, right?
Yeah, it's sad, but he's pretty good too.
Yeah, he's nails.
Yo, on Prize Picks, by the way, we got a Jaden Daniels 0.5 passing yards as a free pick.
Jaden Daniels is free. I would definitely take Jaden Daniels then over on passing yards. I was just going to take him over straight up because, I mean, he's going to have to throw against Philly.
Oh, shit. I got another
I could see him having another 300-yard game against Philly.
And Dallas Goedert, too. He's been very consistent, so you could take him over on yards or receptions. He's been extremely consistent. A.J. Brown has not been consistent that much. It's been mainly to the tight end, Saquon Barkley getting most of the action, and then sometimes
I would take Barkley on any
Devontae Smith. But,
Barkley's gonna score a touchdown.
Yeah, I think I like Barkley better on yards than the anytime touchdown, just because it's Washington. And I don't know what they're going to set Barkley's yards on at, but I mean, hell, he did 205 last week, so
If they're being fair, they're probably going to have him at like 140 or 150 because he's gone over 200 like 2 times now in the playoffs, hasn't he?
I think the highest I've seen him is like 109, and that was like one of the higher percentage like payout. Like, it's crazy, but that's like I don't see him ever going higher than about just over barely 100.
Let's see.
But it's getting crazy right now. Like there's definitely a I want to see that DGen channel in the Discord
popping off this week. Let's do it.
Yeah, I want to see
Price
some
Picks
picks
right
from
now
there.
has Saquon Barkley at 130 yards over under on rushing.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
130.5 on rushing yards.
Dude, I swear it was just like a couple weeks ago. I had him 109. It was already a goblin pick.
It is. He has a 108, 109, and 119 is a goblin, and then 139 and 149, 159, and 179 are demons.
Oh,
But 130 is his straight up stat line though, just a full
wow.
130.5.
Dude,
I was like, dude, to be fair, that seems fair. I can see him honestly still going over.
Look, if you're in the Washington camp though, that's that 130. I'm tempted. I would be tempted to take the under.
I'm probably taking the 140, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I can see him going over. Yeah, I can see him going over on that. Taking one of his demons.
They've been relying on him hard all season long, dude. It's been the Saquon Barkley season, dude.
Exactly. They have not let up in the playoffs either.
Washington's got a great
There's
defense.
so many options for him right now.
God, that one's tough. That one's really tough.
That's why I was saying I would take him on the anytime touchdown. I feel like in the red zone, they usually have always relied on Jalen Hurts, and they still do. But with Saquon Barkley now, they are giving it to him a lot in the red zone also.
I feel like
Don't get me wrong, he still gets his 80-yard fucking touchdown runs, but...
Yo, people are starting to figure out this how to defend against that tush push, too. I feel like they've gone away from that a little bit. Their brotherly shove. I want to say something else, and I won't. All right. Okay, cool. Anybody got an extra point we want to finish up with?
Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl next year.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God. Based off.
Based off what? Yeah,
Based
don't
off
start.
fiction.
Don't. Yeah, no, we don't have time for that conversation.
This is my whole point right there. This is that quick.
Look, I really hope, and I'll capitalize on that Cowboys topic for a sec. It's looking like Schottenheimer is probably going to be the new head coach. That's what a lot of people locally are leaning towards. I kind of hope it's not the case. I kind of want some more shaken up stuff. I'm going back to how I said, look, if McCarthy goes, we need to shake shit up. So I'm gonna go back to that. I heard that Pete Carroll might be now in the mix, and you know what?
Yes.
I'm intrigued by that. I think that would be a much more exciting move than Schottenheimer. And so if Pete Carroll is indeed interested, bring him. Come to Dallas, big dog. Like, hey, come on. You know? I'm good with that one.
And Pete Carroll, if you're watching, you now have all the reason to come.
All right. You guys? No? Nothing?
No, that's all. I'm good.
That's all, folks.
I got Ray's extra point because he didn't want to say one. The Chiefs will win the Super Bowl.
Unfortunately.
All right, ladies and gents. We ready to get out of here then?
Let's do it.
I think so.
All right. Awkward wave time.